From shutting down regular Karens on live TV,
so why don't you shut up, sit down next to me, and take your talking to
owning a famous one for her bizarre statement.
It's the most difficult job on the planet. Oprah's not even a mother. How the would she know?
Here are 10 times Bill Burr destroyed Karens, starting with his rant on SNL, where he put the woke crowd on blast.
The way white women somehow hijack the woke movement, generals around the world should be analyzing this. The woke movement was supposed to be about people of color, not getting opportunities, the at-bats that they deserved, finally making that happen. And it was about that for about 8 seconds.
And Bill didn't miss dunking on the hypocrisy Karens have.
And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line. I've never heard so much complaining in my life from white women. My life is so hard, with my SUV and my heated seats. You have no idea what it's like to be me.
Not stopping at their behavior, Bill also exposed their dark past and sealed their downfall.
You guys stood by us toxic white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity. You rolled around in the blood money, and occasionally when you wanted to sneak off and hook up with a black dude, if you got caught, you said it wasn't consensual. So why don't you shut up, sit down next to me, and take your talking to?
Just like Bill shut down woke Karens, he also destroyed their feminist counterparts on his Netflix special.
Professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts going like, I don't understand, how come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? Right? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was.
And Bill quickly knocked the wind out of their sails.
They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, I don't know. Why is that? That is a conundrum. I have no idea. Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any tickets. Nobody is going to women's soccer games.
But even if it would get him canceled, Bill didn't hold back in calling Karens out.
And then you're going to come and you're going to get mad at men. They keep doing that. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our job. It's not my job to give a about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right?
And Bill only amped up his roasts before moving on from them.
We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? That place should be packed with feminists. Faces painted, wearing jerseys, flashing their going fucking nuts like the guys do.
But while he still went easy on them, Bill's real destruction came in his next special, Paper Tiger, where he went full throttle.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the is going on. But I think white women started it. The fucking worst. It's all they do is moan and complain. I had no idea how difficult it was to be a white woman in the United States of America. Evidently, it's really difficult.
And Bill kept tearing their vanity apart.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be me? Well, I imagine it would be slightly less awesome than my life.
But Bill wasn't done dragging their hypocrisy through the mud.
I'm really fucking annoyed how white women have the fucking balls to throw my white privilege in my face, you know? Sort of separate themselves from these white males with their white male privilege. It's like, you're sitting in the jacuzzi with me. The f*** are you talking about? Yeah, quit your f***ing whining.
And before moving on, he slipped in his final roast at the triggered Karens in the crowd.
Look, I'm sure that there's some feminists in the crowd right now not appreciating this joke, feeling triggered, feeling like they need to put out a hashtag or some and be brave and speak out. You know what? You're full of
Much like he obliterated female Karens, Bill ripped into the biggest male Karen in Hollywood and didn't miss.
See, the Chris Rock, Will Smith is huge in the comedy world. Then you follow that up with Chappelle.
That's over.
Chappelle, though.
That's over.
Then Chappelle.
Nobody's talking about it.
What about Chappelle?
That's Dale, man. That's old bread. You're going to lose the filling on that. Well, I mean, Will Smith went to India with some publicist to take pictures in front of the Taj Mahal, so he's all healed.
And Bill's next two-pronged jab put both Will and the Hollywood industry 6 feet deep.
I love that you have to go all the way to India to not know that you don't get up in the middle of an awards show and slap somebody. I had a woman come up on stage one time, chase me around the stage at Dangerfields. I just picked the mic stand up and I was like, lady, you can't do this. And I was just backing around the stage. And just like the Oscars, nobody did anything.
But Bill is no stranger to humbling celebrities, as he also took down Leah DeLaria when Conan was interviewing her about her new film.
You get those put on, you have a tat that says...
No. I have that's all my ink. I have this mic on, so...
Yeah, that's all right.
Be a gentleman and help me out with my coat.
Hey, Conan, can you believe that marriage didn't work out? Yeah, I can't believe your relationships don't work out.
And just like Bill pulled Leah's head down from the clouds, he also clapped back at another Karen who kept crossing boundaries.
Oh, would you stop it like you have some sort of psychology degree?
It all started with an innocent question when Bill was on Tom Segura and his wife Christina's podcast.
You ever seen a shrink before?
Therapy, yeah, I went to therapy.
Well, you went, but you stopped going?
Well, after a while, it's just like, well, I've told all the bad stories, and I'm always going to have problems. This is just becoming like this, lifelong car payment now to have to come over here. Be like, well, this happened. Yeah. My garage door was locked, and I just felt like a p*** after a while.
But when Christina tried to play therapist, Bill immediately put her back in her place.
Yeah, you're full of anger. Because you flog yourself for being vulnerable.
Oh, would you stop it like you have some sort of psychology degree?
10 years in therapy.
So what? I've watched football for 40 years. I shouldn't be somebody's coach. Then you're going to superimpose your issues of the psychos in your life onto me.
And Bill made so much sense that even Christina's own husband joined in to call her out.
It's like alcoholics. They just always like, oh yeah, you're drinking. You drink. You must be like me. Yeah. The whole world, because they're addicts, so they're so self-involved. The whole world has to be like them.
Yes, I agree. I'm so glad you're here to put Christina in her place. She,
I'm the worst, huh?
The worst.
I know.
And you think you're a shrink right now?
Just like Bill called out Christina on her superficial BS on a podcast, he didn't spare Oprah Winfrey and her exaggerated claims during his show.
The other day, Oprah's on there. She's interviewing some clam, She's giving her this big, ridiculous intro. Like, she's done this, she's done that, she's done this, and she does the most difficult job on the planet. She's the mother, and continues on. Immediately, I just look at my girlfriend like, like, really? Being a mother is the most difficult job on the planet.
Leading Bill to immediately give Oprah a reality check.
Oh yeah, all those mothers who a year from black lung, from inhaling all that coal dust. The women are just constantly patting themselves on the back about how difficult their lives are, and no one corrects them because they want to
But Bill just couldn't stop torching Oprah with his brutal roasts.
What would you rather be doing? Drilling to the center of the earth, shaking hands with the devil? Every time there's a rumble in the ground, you wait for the whole thing to collapse down on top of you so they can write that folk song about you? Would you rather be up in the sunshine, running around with a couple of toddlers that you can send to bed anytime you want on some sort of trumped up charges?
And even as he was finishing up, Bill's rant left Oprah eating crow.
I thought roofing in the middle of July is a redhead. I thought that was difficult. But these mothers are bending over at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players. I don't know how they do it. Dude, any job that you can do in your pajamas is not a difficult job. All right?
But before Bill finished his set, he annihilated Oprah with the ultimate burn.
No time card, no taxes. You're off the grid. Making popsicle stick houses. It's the most difficult job on the planet. Oprah's not even a mother. How the would she know?
And just like Bill didn't hesitate to roast influential celebrities like Oprah, he also didn't hold back from shredding America's literal former First Lady.
I'm sick of Obama's wife. Yeah. This isn't some Republican rant either. It's just kind of First Ladies in general. I don't know what it is. All throughout my life, with each presidency, like these First Ladies, they've just gotten more and more like chatty,
And Bill just wouldn't stop taking Michelle to task just yet.
Like, well, why are you talking? Right? You weren't elected. Shut up. Your husband's not running a lemonade stand here. He's running the country. You don't just chime in. Let me guess, is this considered sexist?
But when someone actually answered his rhetorical question, Bill's comeback was instant.
Okay, you just nodded there, lady. Let me ask you this, all right? Let's say you had a leak in your house, okay? You call a plumber up. He shows up, and he goes, yeah, I think the leak's coming from the upstairs bathroom. We need to shut it up, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, his wife walks in, who isn't a plumber. And then goes, hey, I'm actually thinking it's kind of... Wouldn't you be like, with all due respect, shut the up?
And Bill shut the woke Karen crowd up before they even labeled him as a sexist.
All right, at some point, there's going to be the first female president, right? Exactly. Which means at that moment, you're going to have the first male first lady, right? And when that happens, that dude needs to shut his trap. I don't want to hear a word out of him. I want to hear from the president.
Another crowd that Bill cut down to size was during one of his stand-ups, when a Karen's interruption resulted in an entire city being roasted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whenever an American goes to book a vacation, they go, hey, Florida, Hawaii, let's go to Nebraska.
It all started when a heckler Karen tried to be funny during Bill's performance.
Sit up here pathetically screaming, look at me, every goddamn night. Sure, I'll talk about it. What do you want to know about it? What do you want to know? You want to know what it's like to sit in a red roof inn in the middle of Nebraska?
And when the crowd started booing, Bill went into another citywide roast, like the one he did in Philly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whenever an American goes to book a vacation, they go, hey, Florida, Hawaii, let's go to Nebraska. And you know what? Guess where we're staying, sweetie? The red roof inn. From the Denny's.
But before he finished, Bill didn't fail to rub their noses in it one last time.
I went up to Nebraska, and I understand why people have guns. I really do. Because you are on your own when you're out there, okay? 78 miles between the next driveway. They don't have names for the streets out there. They become dirt roads, little house and prairie.
While this heckler got off easy because Bill shifted his sights, the next Karen got turned into the butt of Bill's roasts for her loud interruption.
$9,000 to fly here. You know what I mean? No offense, but there's no Eiffel Tower here. I think that's a little pricey. Thank you. You're welcome! Thank you for not just laughing. Thank you for verbally letting me know that you appreciated that.
And Bill made the heckler regret her heckling with his back-to-back shots.
She either has no stairs in her house or someone doesn't know how to walk up. Did you call the plumber? Thank you! That's when she said it. She said it not like I was 10 feet away. She said it like I was downstairs in the rec room. Changing a fuse or something. That's not it!
This couldn't be better proof that when Karens get too annoying, Bill is the first one to shut them down.